FinTech Connectors, this is Angel Laurenti, and welcome to our Meet Our Members series. Today, I have the pleasure of speaking with James Gray, an Innovator Member from Irvine, California. Welcome, James.
Thank you, Angel. Good to be here. Thank you for having me.
And thank you as well for participating here today. So let's start out real quick. Tell us a little bit about yourself, who you are and like what you do.
Absolutely. So again, my name is James Gray. I currently work with Power Meta Corporation. They're a Web3 blockchain conglomerate, and we do software and mining as a service operation. I'm a former U.S. Marine. I served about 10 years on active duty. I've been on a few combat deployments and a couple of leisure deployments around the world. Enjoyed seeing over 20 different countries. Really got all my traveling, I think, done in the first few young years of my late teens, early 20s, and hoping to do a little bit more traveling once I get to the end of my career. I'm father of three also, and like you said earlier, I do live here in Irvine in sunny Southern California.
Well, thanks for that quick intro there. Let's just jump into it. Why don't you just tell us a little bit about Power Meta and what you guys do there?
Absolutely. I focus on global business development. At Power Meta, we offer data storage and mining services using the Filecoin protocol. We're looking to help organizations, including government entities, move their cold archival storage out of cloud services and onto blockchain storage. Often they save 95 to 99% of their current storage costs by moving on to blockchain. And then the other side of the house is also our mining services. We work with from the smallest retail investor with a couple of $100 up to and including accredited or institutional investors that are moving around 7 or 8 figures, and everything in between.
So if you don't mind, let's just kind of go into a little bit of that nitty gritty. What is Power Meta? What are you guys actually building? And ultimately, if you could share some more information in terms of where that's going.
Absolutely. So our clients, what they look for or strive for is one, cost savings on their storage, and then also improved security. Cloud services can be hacked significantly easier than blockchain services can be because of the nature of how the data is stored. Our earning potential of cryptocurrency mining is also one of our products without the client having to incur these large overhead costs to set up their own mining operation. We offer multiple mining products from purchasing your own rig and bringing it to us, purchasing rigs from us. We also have refurbished rigs available at a discounted price. And then we have what we call a lazy mining option, for lack of a better word, where you don't need any equipment. All you need to do is just pledge your Filecoin, and then we do all the mining on our end and split the rewards with you. So there's really multiple ways that people can get involved. Those that are looking to expand their cryptocurrency holdings and get into some mining operations and earn some rewards. And those entities that have large data storages and cloud services or other places, the blockchain is a very cost-effective and very much more secure method for them to store that data. It ends up being pennies on the dollar compared to what they're currently paying. And we often see upwards of 95, 99% cost savings when we get them moved over into blockchain.
How about, tell me a little bit about some of the clients that you currently have on Power Meta, if you don't mind.
Absolutely. We work with, again, anything institutional size, large organizations. We've got a backing and work with some of our bigger players are Meta, Microsoft, Band & Co., a couple of other large players in the industry use our services and back our services to others. And in mining services, we've got individuals, like I said earlier, that put in 1 or 2 TIDs worth of Filecoin, which would be equivalent to maybe $500 or $600 at current market rates, all the way upwards to including $10, $15 million of their larger clients that are pushing. Their rewards are now they're making 15 to 30%, depending on how the market goes, including the pump that the coin gets from the time they started pledging until the end of their pledge period. Pledge periods are generally from anywhere from 450 to 540 days, anywhere from 15 to 18 months. And that Filecoin just sits and is mined by us or by them on their own machine, and letting their money work for them. While instead of just sitting idle in some very small money market account or something earning 1 or 2 or maybe 3%, we're getting 17 to 20% rewards payouts, sometimes upwards of 30%, depending on which option they choose for mining, not including the coin price changing and pumping going up as the coin gets more utility, more usage.
So if someone like myself wanted to get involved as a retail investor, how can I go ahead and do that?
Yeah, you contact myself or one of the other global business development reps. There's a few of us out here in our Irvine branch, and we would make sure that you had purchased Filecoin. If you hadn't already, we'd assist you through the steps of setting up a wallet or an account on an exchange where you could purchase Filecoin. Then you would shift your Filecoin and move it over into our wallet, which is our in-house technology that runs our nodes for storage and mining. Once we shifted it into our wallet, we would swap it for what we call eFill, which is our version of Filecoin that is a one-for-one match swap from current Filecoin. But because it runs on the Compoverse or CPV chain, it allows us to get our gas fees down to a very small amount. If we were to use the Filecoin straight from the actual coin, using it, swapping, mining with that, it would incur more fees. So we try to help cut those gas fees down by using our eFill option. So we swap it into eFill, and then we put that onto the Filecoin protocol on the blockchain, and it starts mining. We've got over 100,000 miners and providers in our network. We've helped up to a little over 500,000 clients worldwide to date. And so far, we're hovering around $36 to $40 million rewards earned for our clients.
Got it. No, that's very helpful information. Maybe I will follow up with you afterwards and get some more information on that.
Absolutely.
Of course. In terms of Power Meta, tell me a little bit about your roadmap. What are you guys planning for next? What are you specifically charged with? And I'm going to add to that, you're a pro member of FinTech Connector. What would you like to get out of our network in terms of helping you on your mission and vision?
Yeah, first and foremost, our goal is to build 10,000 new nodes over the next 10 years. If we can reach that goal, that'll allow us to store all of humanity's data. Right now, across the world, there's only about 1.5% up to 2% total of data stored. The rest of that data is set to be lost if it's not maintained and stored appropriately. So those future generations will lose out on all of that data. If we get to that 10,000 nodes in 10-year mark, that'll allow us to store all the data that the world has created. We tend as humanity to generally triple the amount of data that we are creating every 3 years. So by 2025, 2026, we'll be upwards of 175 zettabytes of data out there floating in the world. And we do not have the current cloud services or any other storage capacity to handle that. Blockchain is where we're going to have to move everything in order to fit how much information we create as humanity. And that allow us to, 1,000 generations from now, they'll be able to have those records of the past. And like those before them, they'll be able to stand on the shoulder of the man or woman before them and take that next step. Without storing all of that data, it'll be lost, and we'll have to start from scratch in a lot of different places, lose some of our history. And we also want to provide another service, another source of passive income for those that want to let their money work for them. You worked hard to earn the money, now let it work for you. And mining cryptocurrency is another great asset that you can use for building wealth.
And how can our network help you at FinTech Connector?
Yeah, FinTech Connector, I joined one to, network with others in FinTech and in the industry, increase my own knowledge, as well as increasing the trust and integrity of blockchain operations and solutions. And what I'm looking for from the FinTech Connectors is anyone that is part of a large organization that needs to store data, that wants to look at some numbers and see how much we could save them. 95 to 99% of your current storage budget. If you're storing a large amount of data and your budget right now is $500,000 a year, what could you do with $450,000 or $475,000 taken away from that storage budget? How many projects could you accelerate by using those funds elsewhere? What other new projects could you get involved in if you freed up those funds? That's what we're looking to do, and get those data storage clients on the blockchain and free up those operations. How many other new things could come out of just moving some figures around on the spreadsheet? And then also, those that are looking to, again, let their money work for them, passive income by mining services. Those larger entities or those larger individuals with more funds to move around, more free liquid assets. We also have mining funds that we put together with our larger accredited or institutional investors. And those generate even more rewards than our traditional mining services. Often those are backed by a publicly traded company, so that those at the end of any pledging period, of any mining period, the amount of Filecoin and money you put in the beginning, you get every penny of that back. We use that to boost the network and secure the network while you're mining. That way you earn the rewards. And at the end, you get all of your initial investment back as well. So it really is a great way for someone to passively earn income greater than a standard money market or CD or traditional savings account. It even also often beats the S&P 500 annual returns as well. So I love it. I think it's great. I think those involved in FinTech are also getting it and coming around as well. And so I look forward to you've got almost 5,000 members in the FinTech Connected network last time I checked. And I would love to have a conversation with every one of them to see how we can help each other out.
Fantastic, James. That's great what you just said. So there you go. That's our call to action. We'll try to get some members to come your way. If they need help with their storage needs, or if they want to make definitely some extra investment income, reach out to James Gray on our platform. And thank you so much for being here today and joining our Meet Our Members series. And I'm glad you participated and gave us a little bit more insights in terms of what you're doing at Power Meta.
Absolutely. I appreciate the opportunity, Angel. It's been great talking with you, and enjoy today as well.
Thank you so much.